Hey guys, and welcome to my home studio. Things have been busy this month as the seasons start to change. I've moved my desk around so things are easier to set up for working, and I've been making a new painting. I've also been thinking a lot about what it means to be an artist and when you can call yourself one. And that's what I'd like to talk to you about today, while showing you the process for this new painting. So please relax and enjoy. I'm getting started in the studio this morning with the new sketch I've just finished. Right now I am just blocking in these large areas with a base grayscale value. This helps me to keep to these areas with the use of clipping masks later on when I start to add the shadows and highlights. Just kind of keeps me organised. For this painting, I wanted to try and illustrate what it feels like to be swept up by awe and a feeling of wonder. Sometimes when I'm painting, I have that feeling of being swept along by my ideas and the process of it all. I genuinely think that's one of the most beautiful things about any creative endeavour. But I do know that there are questions that can plague you and taint your experience of making things. One of the biggest questions I've seen other creators battle with is the idea of calling themselves an artist and feeling like a fraud when they do. You've probably heard the term imposter syndrome, right? It's that creeping feeling that you're gonna be found out, or perhaps you're not good enough or whatever enough to be among your peers. This is exactly what calling yourself an artist can be like if you don't feel like you measure up to those around you. You might feel like you haven't earned the right to call yourself an artist, or maybe you haven't developed your skills enough. Maybe you don't feel you deserve the title because you're not making a living from your work. Whatever the reason is, those feelings are perfectly valid. But if it's holding you back, then maybe we should interrogate these feelings. If you look up the definition of artist in the dictionary, you'll find something like the following. Artist, noun, someone who paints, draws, or makes sculptures. Can you see here that there's absolutely no mention of qualifications or income? Nowhere does it talk about time spent or awards won. It just talks about the act of making something. But I get it. When you feel like you don't belong, a dictionary definition probably won't solve anything. So let's explore this a little deeper. But first... I was so confident about this, but I feel like I'm really struggling with the face right now. So I might just repaint it. I can't really tell what's wrong with it. I don't know. I'm gonna have to think about this. So my painting has been stumping me. I still feel like I'm kind of fighting it, so I don't know. I feel like I'm kind of poking at it, but it's not really doing anything valuable. So I think I need a break to refresh my mind. Yeah. Speaking of feelings of awe and wonder, I always experience these emotions when I'm in a beautiful garden like this one. There are always so many different things to see, different textures, colours and shapes. I can hear the birds and the insects and the wind in the trees. I can smell the flowers and the earth, and everything is buzzing with life. It makes me feel alive. I can and do spend hours in places like this, wandering around and getting lost. Oh my goodness, did I struggle with this. I think this face is looking better now. Perseverance. Perseverance. Coming back to our topic, I feel like part of this fraudulent feeling around calling yourself an artist comes from the idea that artists are born with innate talents and gifts. Believing that artists are born rather than created builds up this mysticism, and it negates the hard work and resolve that honing these creative skills entails. When we are children, we are all creators, and we do not fear our creativity. We do not put pressure on ourselves or what we make either. But as we grow older, our egos and our sense of self-worth get tied up in the things we put out there, and this can lead to a fear of doing anything creative. I truly believe that artists are just those people who kept creating beyond childhood, and most of the battle of being an artist is having the courage and drive to just call yourself one and to keep making things. Having a career, developing a style, collecting accolades, and becoming published can all be done later. Maybe, if you want to. But being an artist, that just starts with creating. Some of the most successful and accomplished artists I know have never won awards or shown in galleries. Some of them have never worked for big companies, and some even have regular 9-to-5 jobs. Please also realise, though, that when I say successful and accomplished, that can mean different things for different people. We can only decide for ourselves what that means for us. People will always have their own opinions on what makes an artist. I personally believe that if you're creating something from your own soul and with intention, you are an artist, and you should wear the title proudly and confidently, even if you don't feel like you deserve it. I'll let you in on a little secret. I have never once felt like I didn't deserve to be called an artist, even when I was just making silly drawings that nobody saw. And this is because of the feeling that I'm painting right now. Because when I create something, I get swept along in this flurry of excitement and electricity that I can't explain. And no one's arbitrary ideas of accolades or money can ever take that away from me. That's what being an artist is to me. So figure out what being an artist means to you and start calling yourself an artist before you feel ready. Don't feel like you have to wait around for somebody to bestow it upon you or give you enough likes on Instagram or buy something from you. Just make stuff and you're an artist. So here we are with the finished painting. I really like how it turned out, especially the little glowy orbs. Those things took so long to place all over the painting, so I'm glad that they turned out as I wanted them to. I really hope you've enjoyed seeing it come together. Thank you so much for spending time with me in the studio today. If you enjoyed the video, please consider leaving a like and subscribing to the channel. That absolutely helps support my work. I'd really love to hear from you as well, so perhaps you'd like to comment down below what you think being an artist means. Thank you again, and I'll see you next time. Bye.